for what it's worth, getting second again to Samson is not a failure.
What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with the rookie, Colusius Ken, the monster in the making. So this guy is gonna be making his pro debut this year at this upcoming New York Pro. Normally we talk about more established IFB pros, guys who have done a few pro shows, or those guys who have been on the Olympia stage. But this guy Ken, the man seems to be a different kind of breed. That's an incredible amount of muscle mass on that frame. I mean, the man is just so big and so wide that he hardly fits in that picture. So considering that Ken won his pro card back in 2023, and the man knew right there and then that his physique wasn't ready to battle it out with the top IFB pros, because at that time what he needed, that was more mass, more muscularity, and that is why he went back to the drawing board. And he is gonna be stepping back on the stage after almost 18 months. That, I have got to say, is a very long off-season. And we all know 18 months is enough time to completely turn a physique around and bring a totally new package. And the man is looking absolutely massive right now. And if someone can look that big, standing next to a guy like Carlos Thomas Jr., then he truly is a freak. And we have to keep in mind, that picture is like a year old. Now that being said, I do hope he has been very conscious about his midsection, about his waistline, especially in this entire growth phase, because back when he turned pro, he had very good symmetry. And how many times have we seen that the added mass, which comes at the expense of a wide waistline, that just isn't worth it. And that normally happens when someone tries to get too big too fast. And once that waist gets wider, it just isn't reversible. That's it. So the amount of muscle mass that Ken has packed during this offseason, the man is gonna look like a whole new animal. So props to him on jumping in one of the most combative shows of the year. So I for one am really looking forward to his pro debut. Guys, Mr. Olympia Signature Series is now live on hostel.com. Use the code FAZI10 to get 10% discount and click the arrow below to check out all the hostel products. Talk about a mass monster. Have a look at the most recent physique update from the mass monster from Brazil, William Martins. So as of right now, the man is probably one of the heaviest guys in the pro league right now, as the man is over 320 pounds at the moment, and his off-season still continues. But I have got to say, the way this upcoming season is turning out to be, which seems to be way more competitive than last year, I highly doubt that William Martin is gonna be able to get his first pro win, and also his Olympia spot this year either, which kind of makes you wonder, does pushing all the limits of a human body to that extreme, where you are putting that much pressure on your organs, is not even worth it when you just know that the odds are stacked against you. But at the end of the day, it is William's choice if he wants to bulk up to 340 pounds. But I have got to say, every time he pushes the food to that extreme, there is a risk of widening that waistline even more. And we all know his wider waistline. That is the major reason why he hasn't won a pro show, or most probably will never win a pro show. Because he's just way too vulnerable in all of the front shots. I think he should 100% go back to Chris Aceto, because no one brought him in better than Chris Aceto back in 2022 at the Arnold Brazil. Now William is a total freak of nature, and I do hope they figure something out about that waist issue. Next up, we have a 2 weeks out physique update from Akim Williams, looking dry and hot with time to go. Now, you won't find Akim in any of the picks for this upcoming Arnold, in any of the predictions for the top 5, which is kind of insane if you think about it, because this guy is gonna be one of the biggest and most muscular guy, even in this kind of lineup. I think we can all agree no one is gonna have more detailed side chest and the side tricep than Akim Williams. So he has got some very powerful shots, and just like every other bodybuilder in this lineup, he has a weak shot, but in Akim's case, it is just one shot, the back double biceps. So Akim is one of those modern era mass monsters who are very huge, very massive, but at the same time, they have been able to keep their waistline in check and very small for all those years. Not to forget, he has the best biceps in the pro league right now, especially if we talk about the pure quality. And yes, I know Sean Carida did beat him in the past, but I believe Sean's physique, that has regressed from the Arnold 2023. And on the other hand, Akim's physique has improved a lot in this past 1 year. But we have seen Sean making it into that top 5 Arnold predictions. But Akim isn't. But at the end of the day, predictions they do not mean anything. Akim just has to bring his A game, especially at the prejudging, and the judges are gonna give him a shot, just like they did last year when he was clear cut in the 4th place at the finals. Guys, Gorilla Wear is offering a massive discount of up to 70% right now. Use the code Fazi10 to get 10% extra discount. So bodybuilding has given Samson Dauda everything, from his humble beginnings to when he was working part-time in construction and home maintenance and pursuing the dream of becoming an IFB pro. And he was struggling up until 2021 because that was the first time he got a pro win, to now when he is the reigning Miss Olympia. He owns a supercar, and just now as we speak, he has acquired a building which is gonna be the private gym facility for Samson Dauda for a long time. Now we all know he wants to win this upcoming Arnold, as well as the Olympia later this year. But the life that he is living right now, he 100% deserves that. After all the hard work that he put in during all those years. Now if he walks away from the sport, he's gonna be a very happy man. The 19th only man in the bodybuilding history to have the privilege to say that he is the best bodybuilder in the world and what it means to be Miss Olympia. But on the flip side, the fruit of this hard work, that will drive him even harder and work even more and be even more competitive. And that is what he aims to do at this upcoming Arnold, bring an even better package than what we saw at the Olympia last year. I mean, the man is already the favorite to win this show, and a driven Samson Dauda. That is a bad news for all of these guys chasing that title. Is Andrew Jack really that good? Or was Derek's Olympia 2024 physique so vulnerable in the expert's eyes? So we all love Sean Ray and his opinions, because the man speaks without any filters. And he was there on the recent episode of The Voice of Bodybuilding. And from what I can deduce, as per Sean, Derek is fighting to stop Andrew Jack from getting that second place, and him placing second behind Samson Dauda at this upcoming Arnold. That will be kind of a win.
Can Andrew Jack place ahead of Derek Lunsford?
100%. And I think Derek, for what it's worth, getting second again to Samson is not a failure. So Derek's going to have to understand that this is business. It's a bodybuilding show. Many bodybuilders sat behind Ronnie Coleman for years.
So it seems like Derek has lost a lot of his stocks since losing the Olympia title last year. And this will be the biggest successful comeback in the recent bodybuilding history if Derek goes on and wins this upcoming Arnold, which in my opinion is a possibility. I mean, this is the same guy whose proportions were considered the best in the world just a few months ago, and he was off at the Olympia last year. So there is a chance that Derek is gonna look massively improved compared to what we saw at the Olympia last year, because the man just missed his peak. So it kind of looks very simple for Derek on the road to his first ever Arnold. Either the man is gonna rewrite history, or if Andrew somehow beats him, that might be the end of the road for him to ever have a shot at that Miss Olympia title again. So who else feels like that Derek is gonna bring a very competitive package, better than what most people are expecting at this upcoming Arnold? And the man is gonna give Samson Dauda a run for his money. So Lewis Breed was one of the most gnarly looking physique that we saw in 2024. Although he did not get his first pro win, but he did get his career's highest, top 3 in Europa Pro. So in this era, with the aesthetics and the shape and the flow, that is of utmost importance. Lewis, on the other hand, he represents a different category. The man is hard as a stone. He has a very granite looking physique, which is something really impressive. So those side shots of Lewis, they are freaky, and good for him that he covers some ground in terms of condition, because the man is one of the most conditioned guy in the pro league right now. So rest assured, there will be no such thing as a mini cut during this off-season for Lewis, because the only way Lewis can potentially win a show is to bring more mass and enhance his freak factor and bring more muscularity. Or in the other scenario, he enters a show where there are no big names or the top guys coming off. So the man was already bone dry and hard as granite even last year at Europa Pro. So I do not think he can get any harder than that. So he has to bring the mass and the muscularity if he wants to have a shot at that Miss Olympia spot. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.